another green moon here. This is my beautiful selenite heart, just sending you good, purifying vibes. When I was in massage school, we had a giant selenite tower like this big, like this tall. It was, a good couple feet tall, sitting on the counter in our student massage clinic. And everybody would go sit next to it and gravitate towards it. And it would help clear out any stuck energy, any bad juju that got stirred up in the massage that needed to be further released. And yeah, people just naturally gravitate to it without even knowing what it was. They would just go stand right next to it. So if you are looking for self-healing, I highly recommend selenite. Anyways, I pulled a couple cards from my Magical Messages from the Universe deck by Alexis Raccoon. Raccoon. R-A-K-U-N. And I just wanted to share them with you real quick. So this one is beautiful. Actually, let me start from the beginning. So this one was first. It says, and suddenly all the possibilities, opportunities, and inspiration will sparkle all around you. Stay open. So stay open to new opportunities and possibilities and what might inspire you. You could be inspired by something you're not normally inspired by. So stay open to different options and different possibilities. Next one we have is this one. Your energy is exclusive and expansive. Remember, it's a privilege to be in your presence. Here's a little bee fairy with a sunflower. That's cute. So yeah, just remember that you are a star. You're a creator made in God's image and our Creator's image, and that it's a privilege to be in your presence. So don't tolerate anything less than that. And then we have do the things that intimidate you, because that's what's waiting on the other side is magic. Because what's waiting on the other side is magic. So if you're feeling nervous about doing something different, doing something new, or you're unsure of what to do, just take the leap, take a chance, and do something different. And you might find magic on the other side and discover something that you love and have a new opportunity. So it's kind of leading into that do something you're not used to discover new opportunities and privileges. And anyways, so next we have, darling, don't you remember you're a badass? Keep winging it. Embody the energy of a fairy. So yeah, embody the energy of a fairy. You're a badass, and don't forget, you don't have to be the same person you were yesterday. Shapeshift into whoever you need to be. You're allowed to change your mind. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need acceptance. If you want to do something different, if you want to flip-flop, I used to be liberal. I flip-flopped to conservative or independent conservative when Jesus opened my eyes for the final time. I've actually been born again Christian 3 times, but I'm not denouncing tarot cards anymore, because that's what I did initially, but now I don't believe that is appropriate. I think God uses all kinds of things to reach us and to send us messages, and absolutely pray and develop your relationship with God and your Creator and how you see fit. As long as you're not harming anybody, what's the problem? And God created everything, so that includes you and your unique preferences and how you like to sparkle. So it's okay if you have differences of opinion. Okay, so I'm going to pull some tarot cards. It's Sunday, June 15th, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Let's see what we want to hear today in regards to shining your light, not being afraid to change, not being intimidated to change the way you want to change. Whatever you feel inspired to do is okay. So just sparkle like a fairy. So let's see what needs to come out on Sunday, June 15th. I'm shuffling standing up because I'm trying to get some different camera angles. I know it's not very fancy. I don't really have any decorations. Just living, right? Oh, so we've got Knight of Pentacles. Keyword is routine. And that is Saturn energy. Appropriate for Dad's Day. Saturn and what is that? Capricorn. Saturn and Capricorn energy. With the chakra of, the heart chakra. So that's appropriate on Father's Day, to open your heart to your dad, tell him you love him. It says routine, King of Pentacles, patience, perseverance, unexpected sources of money or income. Time heals all wounds, reliable, patient, conventional, trustworthy, hardworking people, someone who perseveres to reach a goal. It's very dad-like, appropriate for today. So we have routine, King of Pentacles. So that's maybe you have a dad in your life, your dad, your husband, someone else's dad that you know is a hard worker and is always persevering to reach their goals, and you just want to show your appreciation today. So that might be something you do. We've got, this came out kind of sideways, Judgment again. So again, it says, the daily choices I make align me with my life's purpose. That is definitely corresponding with the routine vibe of the Knight of Pentacles. And that is upside down. It's indecisiveness, self-doubt, malicious gossip, lack of self-awareness, unwillingness to learn karmic lessons. So maybe you've had some issues with a male energy in your life, a father figure in your life, and you want to heal that and have a renewal. And you might feel homesick for your dad. You might have lost your dad, and just know he's still with you in spirit. Energy never, you can't destroy energy. It's just changes form. So know that he's still with you in just a different type of energy, a different form of energy. We also got Four of Pentacles, budgeting, more Capricorn energy. The Judgment is Pluto and the crown chakra. So it's, forgiveness, final reckoning. I talked about this with the war, well, the trouble in the Middle East, but also it could be, on a personal level, it could be about a reckoning, renewal of a relationship with your father or a man in your life or masculine energy. So we have, or it's just, the head of the household. It could even be a female. It doesn't have to be a male. And so we also have Four of Pentacles, holding on to people, possessions, issues, deep-seated past issues, hoarding, stinginess, control, possessiveness, financial stability, financial security, saving for big purchases, retirement, greed, materialism, wealth. So maybe in the past, you or the male energy in your life has been working hard for a goal, and it could have caused disagreements because you weren't able to do what you wanted to because you had to wait and save. Well, I think this is a sign that renewal is coming for your finances with all these pentacles so far. Oops, what's that? Just throwing cards left and right. The Hermit. I honor my spiritual self. This is Libra. Virgo. Oh yeah. Hermit's Virgo. I honor my spiritual self, and that is Chiron. Healing the wounded healer, Virgo, Hermit energy. I honor my spiritual self. The Hermit is about soul searching, spiritual enlightenment, self-reflection, introspection, contemplation, inner guidance, solitude, sanctuary. The process of searching for deeper truths, the currents of universal flow be through me. Patience is a virtue. So again, you might have been working hard, you and your masculine energy, or if you're female, you've been working hard in the head of the household type role, and you've had to budget and save, and you've had to have a lot of patience as you've gone through this time of less abundance, and you're ready for the new energy, and I think it is coming. With patience being on 2 cards so far, including the Pentacles, wounded healer, you might have had to heal poverty consciousness or lack consciousness as you continue to work hard for your goals and what you want. Now we have the Six of Cups in reverse, which is Scorpio energy with the sun and the, again, crown chakra. Nope, that's the heart chakra. Six of Cups, the image of Six of Cups is really cute. It's these little kids sharing flowers, okay? But it did come out in reverse. So with that, we're looking at letting go of the past, focusing on the future, maturity, growing up, leaving home. So this could be, maybe you had poverty consciousness from your family, this being Father's Day and the energy of parents coming through. You could have had poverty consciousness from your family that you have been working on. You've had patience, you've been working hard, you've been putting in effort to your goals in the routine and budgeting wisely to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Sorry, my hair is kind of wonky today. So next, so that's another affirmation to continue. I'm not taking that, like half the deck fell. To continue letting go of the past, letting go of the poverty consciousness, that you know abundance is possible. There's abundant energy in the universe, and you can tap into that with hard work and patience and dedication. We've got Seven of Swords upright, making a break for it. Deceit, lies, enemy, masquerading as a friend, deception, strategy, secrecy, hidden agenda, adaptability, survival, self-interest, risk-taking, ambiguity, unconventional approach, and theft. So this card came out yesterday as well. In this reading, I'm going to focus on survival and theft, adaptability, strategy, and I feel like this is more about overcoming that poverty consciousness again with survival, in survival mode. You might have been in survival mode living through poverty. It's actually very traumatic, and it's, now I'm not glorifying money. I'm saying that having to constantly fight for your needs and to survive and to feel like it could be pulled out from under you at any moment, it does create a sort of a PTSD state with a lasting effect on your nervous system. And you are stuck in a high cortisol energy where it puts extra stress on your body. And so I believe this is another sign you're coming out of that energy and you're starting to feel more at peace with your financial system, financial situation, and with continued effort and budgeting and working toward your goals. I feel like you will be seeing the rewards and finding abundance more consistently. And we have Two of Swords, Moon and Libra, I believe. Is that Libra? Yeah, Moon and Libra energy. Two of Swords. We can see her eyes are hidden and she's crossing her heart with two swords. There's a crescent moon above her. She's sitting on the shore. Stalemate, truce, facing your fears, choices, crossroads, neutrality, compromise, tension, avoidance, reflection, introspection, blocked emotions. Truce is on here twice. Inner conflict, duality, blindfolded decision, mental conflict. So you might have had a debating which path to take to further enhance your financial situation. You've had multiple options and you're not sure which one to choose. Let's see if we get any more information about what is the best choice for you. Essentially, the best choice for you is what you want to do. So it's okay to live with less money and to not be super, buku bucks wealthy if you're happy with what you're doing. You don't have to, not everybody needs to be rich. Not everybody wants to have, 5 cars or a giant mansion. However, everybody does want to feel secure and safe. And so if you do need to make a decision to get a different job or get a second job even temporarily to continue budgeting and building up, saving up for your goals, maybe you're saving up for a down payment on a house or a vacation, you could get another job temporarily if you want to reach that goal faster. It's a little bit of more stress, I've done it, but it's worth it in the end to feel more secure, right? It's definitely a finance related reading. It's appropriate for Father's Day, I think. Let's see. Oh, Two of Pentacles, balance. So you can see him juggling. That's one of the keywords on here: multitasking, juggling, priorities, uncertainty, choices, trade-offs, ups and downs, skillful handling, profit and loss, oscillation, stability amidst change, time management. So if you are looking for a different job or a new job, or a second job, you would be budgeting your time more and trying to find a balance between, family and work. And that can be tricky, for sure. I've done it again. On the bottom of the deck, I'll just pull that new beginnings, good news, Ace of Wands, sorry, inspiration. So we've got new beginnings, good news, physically starting something, creative spark, new initiative, finding new passion, enthusiasm, urgency, accepting a challenge, potential, talent, growth, action, travel, excitement, getting in the game. That's basically confirmation of what I was just talking about. Let's see. So go for it. If you have a business idea, just don't be afraid to get started with it. Find out how you can do it. We've got the Lovers again, upside down. So that's dishonesty, trust issues, imbalance, conflict, disconnection, lack of accountability, disunion, detachment. It says, my personal value system leads me to love. Gemini. Is that Gemini? Yeah, Gemini and Venus. Gemini Mercury energy. So you can see there looks like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and they're looking up at this angel. Oops, didn't cover that all the way. For assistance. So you could have disharmony and trust issues related to your spiritual path, thinking, why would loving God put us through this? Well, we were created as creators to create our own reality, to create our own life. It's 100 degrees here, by the way. It's hotter in Florida in western Colorado right now. And way drier, too. Anyways, so you, damn, I forgot what I was saying. But, let's see. Yeah, you might have had an imbalance in your abundance, in the responsibilities in your family unit, and you have to rebalance that. Talk to your family about renewing goals and deciding what your shared goals are together, and hopefully that will help. Got Six of Swords in reverse, stagnation, unresolved conflict, emotional baggage, reluctance to move on, fear of the unknown, clinging to the past, denial, obstacles to progress. So you might have felt like someone's been blocking your success. Or again, God, why me? Why am I going through this? Why is it so hard? Well, again, we are creators, creating God's image. He wants us to keep trying and also to work together. See how this man is pushing through the water with his family, dad. It is hard, again, but we have to keep trying. There might be emotional baggage from past traumas, or just, again, living in poverty, in lack, in stagnation. And instead of clinging to the fear of the unknown, clinging to the past and fearing what could be, take that leap into the unknown and don't fear the unknown. Just go ahead and do what you think is necessary. Keep trying. Don't give up. Let's see. I'm just going to split the deck and pull. Yes. Making investments, Seven of Pentacles. So here he is working on his garden, putting in the effort. My dad loves gardening, so this is a cute card to pull today on Father's Day. Things coming to fruition, hard work paying off, harvest, rewards, profits, results, payouts, manifestation of ideas, goals, inheritance, cultivation, growing, gestation, nurturing, perseverance, patience, planning. Basically what I just said is to keep going. You're not being punished, okay? You just have to keep going, keep trying. Put in the hard work, continue to work towards your manifestation of your goals, growing, nurturing, planning, and have patience. That's the third time patience has come out on the cards in this reading. So sometimes your manifestations and your goals and your dreams don't happen immediately. It doesn't all happen overnight. It takes hard work and patience, determination. And, that's basically how you can manifest. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not winning the lotto. It's dedication, routine, persistence, patience, and hard work. And what you enjoy doing, hopefully. And if you're doing something you don't enjoy, keep at it and maybe start a side hustle on things that you do like to do. It will pay off. Here we've got Five of Wands in reverse. It's Leo and what is that? Jupiter? Saturn. Oh yeah. Leo and Saturn energy in reverse. So upright, it's conflict. So we have it upside down. And by the way, the chakra is the throat. Yes, I speak the throat. So upside down, the Five of Wands says, see, there's a bunch of guys battling it out, it looks like, with these wands. Conflict. So upside down, it says compromise, the end of conflict, row, struggle, reaching agreements, and antipathy, setbacks, disagreements, petty squabbling. It's interesting, the reverse of this card basically says the same thing. So upright, it says competition, fighting, arguments, rows, disagreement, struggle, opposition, battles, aggression, temper, being defensive, disobedience, territorial, assertive, chaos, clashing personalities and egos. So with the compromise, the end of the conflict, row, struggle, reaching agreements, you might still have disagreements and petty squabbling, but you've come to a compromise, something that will work for both parties. So this is the same with if you're trying to manifest abundance, you might be doing a job you're not super excited about in love right now, but later on, that's a compromise, right? You're doing something you might not be super interested in to get to a goal that you want to manifest. That just fell on the floor. 3 cards. Speaking of manifesting, we've got the Magician. Again, the throat chakra and the Venus. Venus, no, not Venus. I don't have enough room on this table. Mercury, the throat chakra, Mercury. So with the Magician, speaking of manifesting, says, I have all the resources I need, inner and outer. The Magician, creativity, action, power, manifestation, skill, magic, work, self-employment, a smooth talker, having the gift of gab, willpower, directing your will, creative visualization, manifesting your desires. So this is confirmation that it is coming in for you if you keep working on your goals, manifesting. Invest in your creativity with action and skill. Work on your skills. Work on your what you want. Do visualizations of what you want to manifest, and it will come true eventually. You just have to keep at it. All right, we have the Hangman. So this is again going back to that energy of poverty consciousness. It says, it's time for a sacred pause. Stillness grants perspective. Feeling trapped, confined, self-limiting, uncertain, lack of direction, needing release, letting go. Sacrifice, waiting, perspective, a lesson to be learned, a unique viewpoint. So, again, this is what have you learned from poverty consciousness is that you can survive on less. You don't need excess, and it's kind of like a lessening gluttony. Like, you can do fasting, you can live on less, you don't have to spend all your money on decorations for your house. However, if that is your goal and you want to, have an environment that is enjoyable, you can still work on that and manifest it. But it's going to take time. So you might feel trapped and confined in a barren space or a dead-end job, in your opinion. But if you just keep it up and keep working towards your goals, work on your side hustle, you can pull yourself out of that. We also have justice, karmic justice, consequences. That's Venus and Libra. Venus and Libra. I saw someone say recently that This is like the ultimate relationship card, karmic relationships. So karmic justice, consequences, legal dispute, law, truth, honesty, integrity, cause and effect, life lessons, contracts, binding agreements, settlements, apology, decisions needed to maintain justice, law and order. So you might have had disagreements, but you're coming into karmic justice, where the consequences of your actions are hopefully positive. But yeah, you just have to keep, even if they are negative, that is one of the life lessons of karmic justice, of the justice card. Keeping it on the micro level today instead of the macro level with world events. So what else do we need to know about making a break for it? Manifesting abundance. We have the Star in reverse. So this is hopelessness, despair, focusing on the negative, lack of faith, lack of inspiration, lack of creativity, boredom, monotony. So again, this goes back to feeling like you might be stuck in a job you hate, and feeling like you'll never get out of the rat race. You'll never get out of this poverty cycle. Again, just keep working on what you can do. If you need to change something, change something. Do a side hustle. Figure out something you can do that you enjoy or not. You know, some people have side hustles, walking dogs and picking up poop. If that's something you can do, go ahead and do it. I clean houses, you know. My husband did retail for a while. He's not a fan of that, and it was like insane. But you know, you do what you have to do, at least in the interim, until you can do something better. So have faith. Don't feel hopeless. This is a confirmation that you might be feeling hopeless, stuck in poverty, but it is possible to turn it around and have success. My dad actually is a great testament to that. He at one point lived in a van when I was living with my mom. He was living in a van. He's a third generation master carpenter, and he got to the point where he couldn't even afford rent, so he lived in his work van for a short time. Eventually, he ended up building a house in Costa Rica. So he's a very hard worker, and he never gave up on his goals, on his dream, and his inspiration, what he loved to do, what he wanted to do, retire with his wife in Costa Rica. And that's what they would have done had she not have passed away of a brain tumor. But he still has the house. The point of that was not to get stuck in the lower levels of energy and what you think is possible. Like, yeah, you lived in a van down by the river, but that is not the end of your story. You can keep trying, keep fighting, work hard, budget, set goals, do something different if you have to. We've got King of Swords in reverse. That's truth reversed. Selfishness, ruthlessness, deviousness, premeditated malice. Someone is overly cautious. So this could, in relation to the rest of these cards, this could mean you feel like you don't want to take a risk, right? And I think this is saying, go for it. Okay. We also have Queen of Wands in reverse. Again, Leo and Moon, the last one. King of Swords in reverse was Libra again. Third eye chakra. And what is that, Chiron? Uranus. So, and then we have Queen of Wands, the Moon, Throat, and Leo. It's seduction, lies, strictness, disorganization, prudish, moralistic persons who try to impose their values on others. This could be someone in your life, could even be your father, who feels like they have a moral authority over you, and impose their values on you. We also have Ace of Swords. Hey, Tinkle Toes, who's a good kitty? Ace of Swords, innovative ideas, new plans, intellectual ability, victory, success, clear thinking, breakthroughs, logic, authority, consciousness, revelation, analysis, strategy, initiative, fairness, resolution, realizing the truth, stimulating people, clarity. So that came out with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it could be someone who has been selfish and devious and has been lying, strict. They could have been holding you back from taking a chance and manifesting and getting clarity on the direction you want to take. They might have wanted you to follow their path when you wanted to follow your own path, which might be more innovative, something that is more of a breakthrough, revelation. So yeah, something in the new world energy instead of old school type thinking, something innovative. I know we have some ideas we're not going to share yet because we are very innovative and creative, but sometimes when you speak that out before it's ready to be released and before you actually take action on it, other people jump on that. But with your creative, unique expression, there's room for everybody. There's a billion tarot card readers. The uniqueness, your niche is you, who you are, what you are about, what you represent, how you communicate your energy. Okay? And again, like the card earlier said, you can evolve and be whoever you want. So if you are tired of being someone who is afraid or shy like me, when I was a kid, I was so painfully shy that I would actually, sorry, a cat got my tongue, like literally, my cat's over here distracting me. I would literally blush, like my face would get red hot when I would have to talk in front of the class. And so I hated raising my hand, I hated answering questions, I was so quiet, so shy. I saw a video of me when I was little and I was just like, little mouse voice. And part of that was actually related to my stepdad type person that I lived with for on and off for 7 years. This was the same time frame my dad lived in a van for a short time, and he was very psychologically abusive, and to be honest, we actually suspected he killed JonBenet Ramsey. And with other abuse he did to other people in our family, including death threats with a satanic cult, karma got him, we'll just say that. He was beaten to death on the UC Boulder campus. He died homeless and was beaten to death. Anyways, so we've got the Fool, which again is Uranus energy, rebellious, revolution. So again, you're about to take a leap of faith, go into the unknown. It says innocence, freedom, originality, adventure, travel, foolishness, carelessness, idealism, youth, spontaneity, lack of commitment, new beginnings. It's time to embark on a brand new beginning. So take that leap. If you have an idea or you just want to do something different, a dog care, babysitting, pet sitting, something you can do on the side that will just give you extra cash, go for it, you know, or whatever it is. You know, you have an invention, an idea, you want to create content and express your unique individuality, your personality, your perception, your ideas, your energy. You have unlimited resources available now in the age of the internet. Like, there's really no excuse not to. Just press play on your phone, press record on your phone. You're good to go. And there's YouTubes for everything you can think of. And yeah, even if you use it as a marketing tool, it doesn't have to necessarily be monetized or brand sponsored. It could be you providing services and using it as a marketing tool to let people know about your abilities. By the way, if you're looking for social media marketing or graphic design, I am very capable and experienced. I worked for Live Kindly for less than a year, and many other places. I did marketing and social media marketing and tons of training. So if you are looking for that, by the way, there's a link to my website with some of my portfolio as well. Let's see, one more card. Flies onto the ground. Oh, see, here we go. This is a beautiful wrap up to this. And my husband's calling, so I'm trying to wrap it up. Independent wealth, Nine of Pentacles. Look at her garden has bloomed. She's just chilling, talking to the birds. This is again, Virgo energy and Venus. Virgo, Venus, love and pleasure. So you have been working on your independence and success. Nine of Pentacles is the solar plexus, sacral chakra. So we've got independence, success, financial stability, security, profit, prosperity, wealth, property, abundance, rewards through hard work, collecting on investments, thriving business, status, freedom, wisdom, maturity, indulgence. So again, confirmation that your hard work and determination and working on your manifestations with visualization, affirmations, you can have this success, this independent wealth. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Please share and subscribe, like, comment. Many blessings of love and abundance. Here, Twinkles will say hi. Hey, Twinkles. Twinkle toes. He's a good boy. All right, God bless you. Bye.